If you have been thinking about making one of those giant yarn finger knitted blankets, I would love it if you would stick around and watch this video, because today I am going to review my blanket that I made a little over a year ago and discuss how I think it held up and if I would do it again. So first things first, I do want to say that I scoured YouTube to find a tutorial that I really liked to do this, and the one I found was from Play Hooky with me, and I think her video hands down had the best information, was the easiest to learn from, a great technique, and gave some other tips about finishing your ends that other videos didn't give. So I have to say that I mean, I definitely give her a lot of credit for that video and for her technique, and I don't think it would have turned out near as well without her help. And she's actually put out a couple more, or at least one video since then, and I will have hers linked below, so if you do want to do one, I would suggest checking hers out. That being said, I probably won't ever make one of these again. I used the Mainstays chunky chenille from Walmart. I ordered it online. I ordered this, it was supposed to be like a teal color, but it's definitely a blue. And they sold it in 4 packs only, and it was about $22. This is, like I said, maybe a year and a half, a year ago, something like that. And so they might have different stuff available now. I don't know. And I think, you know, maybe the price went up. The yarn itself is all right. I don't have any complaints about that. But these things are tricky. So I know in my area there was several ladies who took a class at a local store, and it was $80. Now that included the yarn. And I 100% believe that you should get taught, or you should get paid if you are teaching a class. So I am not discounting or harping on the gals that taught this. I think it is great, and if it gets people interested in, you know, yarn craft, I think that is awesome. But I then heard some feedback from people where they either weren't told or didn't listen, but like threw this blanket in the washing machine and the whole thing basically disintegrated. And that's, I mean, for $80, that'd be pretty disappointing if that happened. Now, with my blanket, I don't have any young children in the home, and while I do have a dog, I have kept him away from this blanket. I have it like draped over a chair, and I will use this blanket. My husband really hasn't even used it that much, and I don't do it like if the dog is snuggling me, so I have kept it away from a lot of wear and tear. Like, no one is pulling on it, or there aren't like paws or feet or anything, you know, in this. But as you can see, as I'm holding it up, look how much this has separated. I mean, it's almost like a netting on there. And again, it's fine. It's for me. There is an end that came out right there. I mean, it's like knotted, but it's, you know, it's a loose end there from when I had to switch skeins. And then, you know, I've got this outside edge, and look how, you know, loose that is right there. So, like I said, I feel like the video was great, but I just don't really think that these are a super great idea. In theory, like, and it is like so squishy and cuddly, like there's definitely like that, I don't know, security blanket type of feeling to it. And I mean, it feels good to squish in your hands. Like, if you're a tactile person, you definitely would love the feel of it. But it's just the longevity of it, I just don't think is there. And you know, I did mine pretty tight. I'm not gonna lie, I really did. But I think part of it is it's heavy. So this was 4 of those skeins. And it's not overly big. I think it's about 4 foot by 4 foot is what this is. But the weight of it, it really pulls on it. So I just think over time, you know, you can feel like there's that little almost elasticy string inside of the chenille. Like if you squeeze it, you can feel it there. And I just think it just doesn't have the longevity in the wear. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little disappointing, like seeing it here on screen, because like I would never give a gift to someone that looked like that. Yeah, to me, it's just pulled apart so much that it definitely looks sloppy. So, and I have not put this in the wash machine, so it doesn't smell. There's no smell to it, in case you were wondering after I said that. But like I said, I have just kept it away from my pets and use it lightly. And this is the amount of wear and tear on it. So what I will do for you to compare, in case you're wondering what kind of job I did on it in the beginning, is I will actually, I don't have any footage on my phone. This was way before I started YouTube, but I have a couple pictures that I put on Instagram. And you will have to excuse me, for some reason I felt like Instagram filters were a good idea for projects. It doesn't even make sense, but it's like dark and weird. But so forgive me for my lack of knowledge on that one, but I will insert a couple photos here of what this blanket looked like when it started out. Now, I know the appeal of these for a lot of people is that they don't know how to knit or crochet, and this is like a good segue for them where they can make a homemade gift and you know, give it to someone, and I can 100% appreciate that, 100%. So you know, if you are like, if you're not a yarny person at all and you're watching this video, you know, maybe just, you know, think about it or learn a basic crochet stitch. I would honestly recommend getting like the Bernat blanket yarn, which is still thick. It's just not near as thick as this, but that still has the same squishy feel. And if you did a very basic stitch, like even a single crochet or a half double crochet, and there are so many great videos out there. If you're not a yarny person or a crochet person and you don't know what that means, you can type that into YouTube and you will find some really great tutorials. But I think that you would actually probably get better results going that route and making a blanket out of that type of yarn. The difference, if you're not a yarny person, is on the label, this would say it was a 7-weight yarn, and those blanket yarns, our Bernat blanket, would be a 6-weight. So you want to look for that. But anyway, this is just my thoughts. If you have done one of these and have had great results, I think that is awesome. Definitely leave tips down below here so that anyone who's watching this can also go through and read that. And just, you know, see and hopefully learn something from there. But overall, I would say it was fun making it. I enjoyed the experience of it. I did enjoy, like, I still like to snuggle with it, but it just doesn't have the longevity of other crocheted projects. So take what you want from that. Take my situation or not. I mean, you might be able to do a better job. But again, I think that Hooked by Robin has the best tutorials on how to make these. And if you do want to, definitely I will link below her channel so you can look at those. And I hope you have a great job and you know, of doing it. And I hope it works out well. And I hope it lasts for you too. Just my thoughts. But anyway, I appreciate you guys talking yarn with me today. And I look forward to talking yarn again with you soon. Bye, guys.